The other day I was revisiting the world of Watchdogs and exploring the city of Chicago. This may sound weird, but oh yeah, I'm wearing pants this time. I'm trying something new. But something I've always been fascinated about in open world games like Watch Dogs is the ability to actually obey traffic laws. I know it's not the most exhilarating concept, but everyone who plays these sandbox games usually are speeding down the street and dodging cars while having no concern of hitting people. But what if you actually were normal? What if you actually stop at stop signs and obey traffic lights? Do the NPCs obey these traffic laws? Could you theoretically become an NPC driver? Guess we'll never know, huh? I'm just kidding. I decided to rate these encounters I had by deciding if they were lawful, where no traffic law was broken, or unlawful, where a traffic law was broken. So let's get right into it. My first encounter started out by following a random NPC, and besides realizing how giant these roads really are, I noticed something strange pretty much immediately. This taxi was either driving on the left side of the lane, or the right side of the lane where it was practically in the middle of the road. This happened with a different NPC as well, where this car was driving dangerously close to the middle of the road. But although this may seem odd at first, I believe this is actually intentional. I believe the reason for this is that the NPC has a radius or even sightline around it. When the player enters this radius, the NPC is programmed to start swinging their car in a direction to give the player room to speed past them, whether it's a police chase or reckless driving. Although leaning in a lane like this isn't technically illegal, driving in the middle of the road definitely is. So I'm marking this one as unlawful. When I was following the taxi again, I noticed the NPC randomly stopped in the road. As you can see here, I did not hit the taxi that would warrant a stop. After looking back at this clip in more detail, everyone is stopped with no one moving an inch. I did give the taxi a little help on moving, but I have no idea why everyone was just stopped here. It's as if everyone was terrified of going when it wasn't their turn. I'm rating this interaction unlawful for obstructing the flow of traffic, and my actions extremely lawful. Something cool, but definitely not cool in real life, is that I witnessed NPCs actually can get into car crashes in this game. It's funny to see something like this programmed in, but I think it makes the city atmosphere more immersive this way. In this clip, I noticed that there was an NPC that couldn't care less about how quickly they were getting out of the road, where this car had to stop for them in their turn, which is another funny but cool detail. This also is definitely not the last time we'll see an NPC walking very slowly across a crosswalk. In this encounter, I found the most impatient drivers I've ever seen in my life. It starts out with this person in the orange car stopping on top of the crosswalk. Then they try to make what I assume was a right turn when the car on the left road was making a right turn themselves. Since the orange car is on the crosswalk, these NPCs crossing the road have to walk dangerously close to the center of the intersection. But don't forget these guys also have no care for anyone else around them, so they walk pretty slow. This causes a car from the right road that is making a left turn to stop in the middle of the road for these pedestrians, all while inching forward a total of 2 times. This also could have been avoided if a crosswalk and traffic light was installed for this intersection. You know those videos where it's drivers driving dumb compilations? This encounter really made me feel like I was actually watching one of those videos. This encounter can obviously be marked as unlawful for this orange car parking on the crosswalk, but not for this other car, because that's definitely a city issue. In this encounter, we can see the light has turned green, and although the left lane is moving along, our lane is not. I was very perplexed by this situation, with why this car was stopped, but if you slow down the footage, it seems this blue car wasn't moving because this pedestrian was crossing the road. I am marking this one as lawful because this car wasn't moving because it was waiting on this pedestrian to cross the road, and the legality of that crossing is not my job right now, thankfully. This part of the entire investigation was, in my opinion, the craziest part of it. I went not so undercover as a news reporter and followed a cop around the city to see how they drove, and I'm just going to show you what I found, and unfortunately each encounter is far worse than the previous one. As we've seen in earlier encounters, this encounter shows a cop illegally parking on top of a crosswalk, which isn't something all NPCs do. These 2 cars are both parked behind the crosswalks in front of them, so this definitely seems deliberate. Unlawful. In this one, this cop changes lanes without a turn signal, and turn signaling is in fact possible in Watch Dogs, as seen by this red car signaling they are trying to turn left. So this one is absolutely unlawful. This one wasn't bad at all. I mean, in fact, it seemed kind of just whatever. I'll just take a look. Okay, no, your eyes do not deceive you. This cop not only went ahead of the car in front of it, but crashed into and destroyed a light post and then swerved onto incoming traffic. The cop wasn't in any sort of pursuit of anyone, which is clear considering the car's lights and sirens weren't on. I can't explain to you how crazy this was to actually see in real time, but of course I don't think I need to explain to you how this one's unlawful. In the final encounter with the cop, a deadly intersection crash has occurred and has caused one of the cars to catch on fire. No one knows the deadly cause of this crash, I think. The cop stops immediately, but you'll notice no cop has gotten out of the car. I waited some more, still no cop. Waited just a little bit more, no cop. Until finally, the cop starts to drive away from the scene as a car explodes from the crash. Yes, this is insane. This is crazy. I can't even just mark this one as unlawful. No, this one is you need jail time. If you live in Watchdogs and travel in this city a lot, be wary of your local police station because it seems they all hate you.
This isn't police. Stop where you are.
This one's kind of a little bonus, but I saw this fire truck on its way to a scene where it rear-ended this car. Now, the car needed to pull over to the side of the road, of course, but I have to admit that this fire truck could have avoided this collision. This one is unfortunately still unlawful though. Make sure to pull over for emergency vehicles. These are the encounters I had in Watchdogs, and we were left with just one question. Do the NPCs of Watchdogs always follow the traffic laws? Absolutely not. All of these guys are criminals. The Chicago Police Department here is absolutely corrupt, and I think all these people might need to serve jail time. I'm just saying. But in all seriousness, thank you all for coming along with me on this adventure, and remember to always drive safe. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you think you can easily drive a fire truck better than that guy, let me know in the comments below. And of course, thank you for 29 subscribers. It means the absolute world to me. See you guys in the next one.